big up, big up, big up, and welcome to Liberal 12 Man Show. We are doing a Reds roll call for today's game against Villa. It's going to be a very, very nerve-wracking game because it is certainly a game that is important to us. We hope to get a result at a very difficult park, Villa Park, actually. So we're hoping that you are live with us as we call for a roll call and try to get some positive vibrations and some positive energy vibrating around the team. Did some introspection about some of the interactions that we have on the internet, and it's not easy to navigate the world of the internet because it feels like you're in high school all over at times. But and I know some of us are in high school, so no, it's not a knock against those that are, but it can be difficult, and it can be a place sometimes that we don't always feel welcome. But here is one spot that you should and will be welcome if you are a Red, especially. We hope that you're joining us and that you find a place here to understand that we are an inclusive environment and inclusive, very inclusive community here. So we hope that you are, if you're new to the channel, big up and welcome. If you're an OG of the channel, big up, big up. I see Realism Jared, I see Trudon, I see Jimmy in the house. Big up to all of you guys. And yeah, looks like we got the majority of the picks right for our preview yesterday on what we should expect today. And that is for Villa, at least. For our team, we were, or at least I was, incorrect. Brian was correct in saying that he wanted to see, he's getting his wish. Brian is very good at a lot of times picking the oracle representation of the results. I'll say not always the lineups. Like anyone, I mean, it's difficult to pick the lineups when a coach like we have that sometimes picks from the heart rather than from possibly breaking down the numbers and the likes. But all the same, Diego is getting the start today. Curtis Jones is also getting the start today. Very, very interesting, being that Curtis is certainly someone that's capable of doing the job at the 10. Diego is certainly someone capable of doing the job at the 9. However, there are two players that most of us didn't necessarily have being in that role today. If you're like myself, I thought it was going to be possibly going to be Nunez in that role, and I also thought that it was going to be Dom in the 10, but we are not seeing that happen today. So we're hoping that, hey, whether it means that whoever goes onto the pitch for us, they've got our full support. It does not matter to me whether I don't necessarily have favorites when it comes to the roles and positions on the team. I just want to see a result, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. What also is, or at least I shouldn't say Dom isn't playing. Excuse me. What was noticeable also, and something I just recognized too, Dom is playing, but he's not playing in that 10 role. I forget who. Please, if you're in the chat, do tell me which one of our mighty Reds out there had Dom playing in that 10. I know that I said I definitely backed them up. I cannot remember who it was, but I remember interacting and saying that I wouldn't hate on that. Seeing Dom in the 10. I believe we're interacting. I didn't think it was a likely choice, but what's a unique role and a unique call is that we have Dom and Curtis Jones and Salah, obviously, in that three, in that 4-2-3-1. We have Dom playing on the left side in an all important game where we're seeing some type of experimentation by our coach. I'm hoping it plans out to be good for us, but we will see if it ends up what the result is going to be, because not only does Lucho find himself on the bench, Chiesa finds himself on the bench. That was something that we were, playing around with in the ideas of maybe starting Chiesa in there. And also, our bench is going to be Kelleher, obviously, but Simicast, Bradley, Kwanzaa, Endo. Those are all somewhat understandable to be on the bench. Elliott, okay, on the bench, okay, it's cool. But again, Lucho and Darwin both on the bench, and Chiesa along there with them. So it's going to be an interesting situation, because it's one where I don't know about you, but I am very, very optimistic about this game, because let's not get it twisted. Villa is not an easy place to play. So whether they put together something of a game plan that probably didn't have them going against a front line of Dom, Diego, and Salah, I'm hoping that we can get a result and get some action from it at all. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's very, very interesting. Realism Jared saying maybe Grav and Jones in the pivot and then put Mac 10 into 10. That would be a fun little situation. I think that would be kind of a unique and cool situation, to be honest with you. I would not hate on that, because a lot of us have been wanting to see Mac in the 10. Big up KJ, big up KJ, big up Red Armchair Supporter. Definitely. Big up. As I said before, big up to Cedric, Realism Jared, Jimmy, Trudon in the house. Definitely big up to all of you guys joining us. Yeah, it's going to be a fun one. It's definitely going to be a fun one to see. I'm interested to see how we end up, how this ends up working out for us, to be honest with you. How we end up seeing this work out for us. So, looking at the Villa lineup ended up being basically the lineup that I predicted yesterday, pretty much to a T, actually. I think it's to a T, except for Asensio is getting the start instead of keep going. Danielle Mallon is not going to be getting the start. So 10 out of 11, not bad, not a bad shout. But yeah, it looks like Martinez, Garcia, Disasi, Mings, Lucas, McKinn, Tillemans, Sancho, Rogers, Rashford, and at the point for them is going to be Ollie Watkins. So yeah, it looks like it's going to be something to be something to figure out for us at Villa Park. Seeing the lineup, does this change any of your opinions as to what we should expect from this game? In the sense of, do some of you have a change in your score predictions, or maybe scorer predictions with this lineup being shown? It's a really good question as to what some of you are thinking right now with the situation that we have with our starting lineup. Shout out to Callum. Big up, Callum. Good to see you. Big up to Hash, by the way. So tell me, does this change up your lineup, or excuse me, your score predictions? Big up Red for Life, by the way. Big up Red for Life. A lot of people joining in. I know a lot of the people that join in, sometimes they're joining just to say what's good, drop a like, appreciate that too. And showing the support that I think is what I was mentioning earlier about the high school settings, as in we and those that are associated with the channel definitely appreciate the love and support that you guys show by doing so. But we also have Brian joining us on the broadcast here. I'll give him a second just to get settled in.
Yeah, you missed the link. I set one up.
Oh, I did not see that. My fault.
Yeah, we were live.
Oh, get out.
Yeah, we were live there for like 7 minutes, 6-7 minutes.
My bad. My
It's cool, it's cool.
bad. My
No,
bad.
it's cool, it's cool.
I told
No, someone
you know
just
why?
threw
Because
on
the reusable ones, they take up I just got my computer back, and like they take up the top. So I guess you must have set one up, but I didn't
It
see
sets it when I try and make, I don't know, I instead of putting it in the studio, I tried to make it the Tuesday one, and I created a second Tuesday one. But I had the
Oh,
thumbnail up and everything, so it just put that at the bottom.
got you. Understood. Yeah, I
But we
didn't
were only live for a few minutes. We were only
Okay.
live.
All right. That's oh, that's funny. My apologies. So it's an echo red call, basically. Red call.
Yeah, Trudon came in. He was like, "Why are you streaming twice?"
Big up, Trudon. Thanks for the support, and thanks for the holler. My bad. I totally didn't see the second setup, so I did not. I thought I was just setting it up. As it's okay. Because I set up in the Wednesday, so that's why. Anyway, cool. I hope that everyone's joining us live and is ready to rock and roll. Big up. Let's bring in JK, bring in Lee as well. Big up, guys. How you guys doing? JK, how you doing?
All good, bro. How you doing?
Good. Lee, how you doing?
Good, yeah. Expecting a decent performance tonight because we've had a few naff ones, haven't we? So I'm expecting a decent performance tonight.
Yeah.
I'm looking at their side 12, and Disassi and Mings at centre back, Tielemans, McGinn, and Asensio as a 3-man midfield. I mean, we should be able to beat this side, shouldn't we?
Yeah. I would hope so. Like if anything, I would hope that we are, because like it's something. But I will admit this, and I want to hear what you guys think too. Were you not shocked to see the front line?
Very much, yeah. I thought they'd missed a player. I was like, where's the other guy if they missed a player out here? What am I looking at?
Yeah. I was saying how on yesterday's preview, I can't remember who it was in the chat.
It was Red Armchair.
Red Armchair was it?
We were talking about a minute. Yeah.
Okay.
He called it. He said, "Why not come on the left again?" He called it. Huh? So we'll wait till he comes in. When he does, he'll get the props.
Yeah. I think he might be here because I think I said a shout. I gave him a shout earlier. But yeah,
assuming that's replaced. I'm assuming that's right. I'm assuming it's Jones in the middle. I've seen a few different configurations of it. I think it's.
What do you think that maybe Jones plays on the left side? Because
no, the two boys. I think he liked what he saw against Wolves to a degree, and he'll play Dom on the left, and he'll put Mac and Jones in the middle. It's just which is 8 and which is 10.
Okay.
But Jones has played wide before.
He's played left. He's played on the left. He's played on the left wing and left side before. Red for Life is calling maybe a box midfield to have like maybe 2 8s and 2 10s, or maybe 2 6s and 2 10s, however you want to look at it. What is the other thoughts, JK? And what was your thoughts on it when you saw that lineup, or you saw the lineup and you said, okay, Dom, and because it took me by surprise. I had double checked actually. I was saying how I thought when I saw Jones in the middle, I was speaking live and I was like, oh yeah, Jones is in the middle, so we're not going to see. That means that Dom is going to be on the bench. And then I looked at the lineup again. I'm like, wait a minute, that's not Lucho. That's not Lucho. You know what I mean? Yeah. And we all know that Cody's not available. So I was just like, okay.
But I was happy to see two up top. I've been saying for ages now. I love to just see two up top, you know. Let's sort of pack our midfield a little bit more. I think our midfield.
Oh, so that's what you're going with is a 4. So you're going with what Dara was speaking on yesterday. Shout out to Dara, who was talking about 4-4-2.
Yep, that's what I want for a long time because it's just something different, bro. Our midfield in the last 2 games has been non-existent. So for me to having 4 guys in that midfield today, I think Scott's seen that himself. I think he's seen that our midfield in the last 2 games non-existent. So he's added another guy in there. So for me, he's seen what I've seen. You know.
Okay. I like what he's done.
I like it.
Yeah, I like what he's done because it's different. It's nice to see him adapting, isn't it? And picking a different 11. Because nobody expected this, really, did we, today? Like, we didn't expect that he'd drop one of the forwards and bring an extra midfielder in. That's what he's done. And I'm glad. If it pays off, I'll be made up. If it pays off and this is some, some master stroke from Arnie, like, I'll be made up. So that's what it is.
Yeah. Okay, Brian, tell us your comment. Explain your comment, too.
I just don't see it as a 4-4-2.
Okay.
I see it's 4-3-3. It's the same system. But it's interesting because a lot of people wanted Jones to play, but I think most of that was because they wanted other people to get a rest rather than that they wanted Jones to play, I think.
Yeah, right. I thought a rest for Mac. Sorry, Brian. I thought a rest for Maca would be the thing. If he was going to rest one of the midfielders, I thought he'd bring Jones in for Maca. Don't know about you, but that's what I thought would happen. Like,
that's exactly. So I don't think anybody saw him dropping Diaz for Jones, but I just think he's going to make. I think we're going to play the same system that we normally play. It's just three boys in the middle, and I think Dom will start in the Gakpo role, Salah in the Salah role, Jota in the middle, Grav in the back, and Dom Jones and Mac ahead of Grav.
Okay.
Could become a 4-2-4, but I don't see us line up in your 4-4-2, JK. Who's playing on the left of midfield and who's playing on the right midfield?
I'll probably go with McAllister left. He ain't gonna add no speed. That's the one down to all of that. But McAllister left, so what's to my right?
Now Jones used to play on the left.
Actually, you know what?
Jones used to play on the left.
That's a bit clunky.
I'm going to go with Jones. Why? Because he's got more legs in him. McAllister can sit there. Yeah. I'll go Jones on the left, Sabotwai on the right. Let Gravenberch and McAllister sort of sit between them two. Yeah, that's how I'd do it.
Okay.
I'm thinking it will be Dom on the left, but I would like for it to change, throughout the game and the pieces to move around a bit. Like, he's got me excited now with this selection. I hope he has cooked something slightly different, so that could get us the points.
Do you think that's the reason why he's doing it? It's just like us, and it's probably something
I think it's just the legs, isn't it? Like, we have to make changes. Where's Nunes? He's not on the bench, is he, Nunes?
No, Nunes is on the bench. He's on the bench.
Is he? Goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needed to bring some fresh legs in, didn't he? With Jones there.
No, for me, bro, I think the reason why he's done this today is because he's seen that the last 2 games, our midfield weren't at it. So he's added an extra sort of pair of legs there. Okay, we got one less pair of legs up top. But for me, we've got to control that midfield today. Very important.
But it's interesting that, and JK, as a follow-up question for you, then you're saying that he had the extra legs, but he notably took off or is not playing one of our most consistent consistent resources for the legs, which is Lucho.
Yeah, that's true, bro. But you know what it is, bro? It's that midfield side of that change. We've been lacking in midfield. Diaz, for me, played great on Sunday first half. Was involved in both goals, you know. And Diaz is a top ball, keeping the hold of the ball and stuff like that. But for me today, I think midfield, he's just put another set of legs in there. I think with the subs we've got, he can switch it up anytime. So that's another good thing about it. We've got Chiesa there, we've got Darwin, and we've got Diaz. That's okay. So that's why I reckon he's gone with the 4-4-2 today, bro. It's just because of that midfield displays in the last two games. Big holes in the middle of the park. Big holes, you know, like come on. And that was for me too much for a team at the top of the league. Because on Sunday we let Wolves into that game. We didn't need to do that. So for me, that's why he's gone with the 4 in the midfield. It's a totally different sort of team that anyone else expected. But it's good to see. We'll see how it goes. If you don't run well, he can just switch it up, go to the 4-3-3 again. Take someone off and put on Darwin or Diaz, you know?
Interesting perspectives. Everyone's going box midfield, double tens. That's what Ref for Life is saying. Slot mixing up might be a stroke of genius. Fingers crossed. Definitely with you on that one. Is he playing Dom left wing because of Rashford's pace? Maybe he's looking for it to counterbalance and maybe apply some assistance to Robbo on that left side, maybe. Realism Jarrett says he agrees 4-4-2, but he doesn't think it's Slot, but he doesn't think Slot will do that. We all know Irishman's comment, and then Ref for Life says a 4-4-2 question mark. Our midfield usually pushes up as a fourth attacker, a la Szoboszlai. That's what Ref for Life is saying, and Realism Jarrett saying midfield 4 of left mid Jones, center mids Maka and Grab, and right mid of Szoboszlai. Okay, that would be interesting too. That would be much more solid in Realism Jarrett's perspective. Michael Corleone says he doesn't mind him trying something different, as we've been rubbish for the past 3 games. This is certainly something different. I would definitely put it that way. Are we going to see some type of difference in our approach to the game as well? Are we going to see possibly now that we do have, if we do put a more emphasis on the midfield, are we going to allow for Diego or for some of our other players to kind of not have to be so reliant on dropping so deep, in the sense of, does Diego have to drop so deep into the assistance of midfield if we're going to have an extra midfielder, quote unquote, there to provide that coverage? It should be interesting situation.
We need to start the game right, because it's away from home, and we didn't start the game right in the derby. Like, there can be no sluggishness tonight. We've got to get on with it from the very first whistle and carry out Arnie's plans, because we do need a good performance. We haven't had one for a couple of weeks now, so we do need a good performance tonight, don't we?
We do. It would be a massive confidence booster if we were able to get this result at a very difficult place to play, and it would be massive in the amount of pressure it puts on a Arsenal team that is now all of a sudden full of confidence after and they are all of a sudden on a player that they were touting as being a waste of a acquisition. Now all of a sudden they're talking about starting him at the 9. Very interesting. Well, what is this do to your score predictions? Does it change any of your score predictions? I know I had 2-1.
Hmm.
I had 2-1 as my score prediction.
Yeah.
I actually
almost
have it
all.
now. I did slightly want to change it to 3-1, but I'm gonna stick with 2-1.
Yeah,
I'm going 2-0.
2-0. You were 2-1 yesterday. Okay. Does this make this solidify the defense for you somewhat? Is that what you're saying?
No, I just feel like forward midfield. I like that sometimes. It's just a bit more solid, you know.
Okay. Go ahead, Lee. You wanted to comment?
Yeah, I predicted a 3-1. Hopefully that's what we'll get. I think what we've got on the pitch there should be enough. Should be too strong for Villa.
Okay. Brian, sticking with your, I'm trying to remember what your score was. I think it was
3-1.
Yeah, 3-1. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to change it, but like I don't think we're playing 4-4-2.
Okay.
You know, that's 2 in the middle, not 3. You know, you can't play. No, I just think we're playing the same formation. We just changed
We haven't
players around, so I'm not going to change.
we haven't
Yeah,
seen Darwin on the left yet under Slot, have we? We've seen Darwin on the left under Klopp a few times. And we know he played there for Uruguay, like with Suarez in the central role. And he can play on the left. So we might see him come on the left, mightn't we?
in a Gakpo kind of role for Uruguay, yeah, kind of a inside or a outside forward kind of
Yeah,
thing.
I'd be willing to see it given a go again. The old Nunes on the left thing, like if we're struggling to score, bring Nunes on the left.
Okay.
See what he can do.
So okay. You're just going to bypass Lucho and go with Nunez on the left?
Yeah. I haven't seen it for ages.
Interesting. A lot of people are sticking with their scores. Jimmy's sticking with 3-1. Dustin sticking with 3-1 for himself. KJ says still 3-1 for him, but he's a little bit more nervy because he feels like it's a 2-1 game possibly with, I guess, with the setup that we have going out for this one. About 30 minutes, a little bit less, about 28 minutes until kickoff. About 28 minutes until kickoff. But what else? Diaz scores in bunches too, so surprised he's not playing. Yeah, that's a good shout. Everyone calls him is starting to call him a purple patch player in a sense. He did obviously get a goal and also get a penalty goal for himself or for Mo, but for us. Felt Slot needs to do something today, and he has certainly done it. Done it. I am sure that this is going to be a very spoken on narrative by the pundits that are on that are going to be on whatever broadcast you're watching. I'm not sure which one you guys are going to see this game on over on that side of the pond. But
TNT.
We're
going to blow up Villa Park on TNT.
That's gracious. All right. That means you probably end up getting like Rio and who else is on there?
They should have Wile Coyote on there, seeing as how the name's TNT.
That's a good one. But I'm pumped. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, that's a good one. Well, hopefully our shipment from Acme will arrive and we can get a result today. Yeah, Rio is annoying to have to hear sometimes on some of his commentation.
Give him because he was a good player. When pundits who were shit players like start mouthing off, it gets on my nerves. But Rio was actually a good player.
Yeah. He's one of the definitely. Unfortunately, he's definitely one of one of the Premier League's, superstars or better players. But yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean that. Yeah.
Yeah, they all talk a bit of shit, don't they? Like, I mean,
Yeah, they'll just say they all have a
say
little
that.
bit
It's
of.
a bit mean to say that. Oh, if you weren't a good player, you can't, like, mouth off and that. Like, but I mean,
No, there are some
he
players.
was
There are
ridiculous.
some.
Like, Salah wasn't world class. Like, that was like just stupid. That wasn't it?
Yeah, there are some players that kind of go a little bit above and beyond. And even I heard I'd have to pick up the quotes, but I even heard that that Shearer actually came out and apologized for his comments about Salah. Apparently, he said that Salah has proven him wrong, something along those lines about his comments about Salah. But I mean, so even the greats, can be wrong on occasion with their assessments and their predictions and their thoughts. They can certainly be wrong. So, again, we're about 24 minutes away from kickoff. What is it that you guys are looking for in this game? Seeing the lineup? Asensio is getting the start rather than Malin. That's the one player that I had wrong in my prediction for Villa. Who do you think it's going to be with? Who do you think is going to be our problem child that we're going to have to deal with? Or do you think
Watkins has been a thorn in the side before, never more so than in that 7-2 or whatever it was, that horrible match like in the COVID time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he's probably the biggest goal threat, isn't he, Watkins?
Okay.
He's the one you'll have to watch most keenly.
Okay.
I mean, Rashford's on the pitch, but he's only just coming back into things, isn't he? Like, so I'm not too worried about facing Rashford.
Yeah, agreed. How about for you, JK?
I reckon Rodgers, bro. I think Rodgers this season sort of sprung out of nowhere, made himself a little name and that. Good little player. We out of all the stadiums in England, we've accumulated the most points away at Villa Park.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a good little stat to have, So that's why I'm not really scared of any of their players, bro.
Okay.
we got to toughen up mentally. I think today is the sort of game where I want to see Van Dijk, these guys sort of really step up and say, you know what, we come here for the points.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see that sort of display today. Just going on with what we were saying earlier, But their players, Rodgers is he's doing well. He's doing well.
Okay. All right. How about Brian's on mute? So I'll wait for him to get an opportunity to come back.
Oh, sorry.
How about for you? Problem child on the pitch. Who do you think is going to be for us?
Problem child for us, probably one of our own players. Ooh,
that's not good.
No, I think he's.
If you got to call it out. Call it out. If you think that it's going to be us, you can call it out.
I think he's not overly confident in his defense. So I think that's maybe why he's starting Asensio. That guy ain't got 90 minutes in him. I'm very surprised he's starting. I think he reckons we'll probably score against them. So he's throwing all his kind of, Rashford, Asensio, Watkins, Rodgers, trying to get them all on the pitch and try and score goals early. I think that's how he's going to try. And so probably have to watch all of them. But in a very kind of predictable way, someone like Rodgers in transition, if we're attacking and someone like John McGinn wins the ball back, this guy Rodgers is going to be on his bike straight away and they're going to be looking for him. 1-2s with Asensio breaking into the box and Watkins on a follow-up. You can see it, That's what they'll try and do.
He can pick a finish, can't he, McGinn? He can be dangerous, like. I mean, Rodgers is a good player, yeah. Rodgers, like people are saying, he's full of running and he's got a lot of energy and he can finish when he gets one-on-one. So he's another one we got to watch. Like, the players, they're not a bad side, like, but I don't see anything there that would say we're not getting 3 points tonight. I'd be disappointed if we don't.
Yeah. Did you want to finish your thought, Brian?
No, sorry, you're right.
Someone notable is that I would like to see some type of resurgence. I know that this player most likely will be somewhat targeted because he will be going up against Rashford, and that is Trent Alexander-Arnold. That is someone that is he's actually to my left, but it looks like my right. And he'll have to be, and then this guy right here is going to have to probably help out a bit. I'd like to see Trent, though. I kind of have a little bit of a sneaking suspicion that Trent might be able to get something offensively accomplished today. I'm hoping that he could.
Yeah, hope so. Because I think against Wolves, defensively, first half, he was sound. It was his passing that were great.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of who I picked in my prediction yesterday on scorers. I think I had Trent and I had someone else. I can't remember who it was. But anyways, I'll have to look back and see who I had. I do not remember off the top of my head because I definitely was thinking outside the box. This lineup's got me a little bit thrown as to who to expect to get that kind of the situation.
Yeah, I'm hoping for a good performance from Trent tonight. I mean, Rashford isn't like overly pacey and not like unduly tricky. So Trent's got a good chance of shutting him down, hasn't he, tonight? Like, he's a good player, Rashford, like, but Trent should be able to mark him out the game tonight.
Yeah. Be nice to see. Be good to see. Oh yeah, I think I might have had Dom actually. Maybe I had Dom, thinking that Dom was going to start, but let's see some of the other ones or a false nine Jota. Yeah, maybe that could happen as well. You never know. Diego could play on the left side. He has played on the left side on occasion for us. Dustin's pointing out.
That's where he played most when we first bought him, wasn't it? On the left.
Yeah.
That's where he always played when we first bought him, on the left.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, because it was Bobby in the middle, or even Mane in the middle.
Mm. God, we've got so many players that can play on the left. We must have about 8 players.
Well, there was a time when people were calling us left wing, like left wing FC or something like that, because we
could even play Mo on the left in a pinch, couldn't we?
Say again?
We could even play Mo on the left in a pinch, so that's all our forwards can play on the left.
Yeah.
Some of our midfielders, we're good for that position.
Yeah. We are definitely good to go on that position. Well, again, we are about 15 minutes away, something like that, a little over 15 minutes away from start time. Trying to get myself set up here too, since I got my. Oh, I'm not sure if that's. I think that was Jake. No, that was Coco. Okay, I see.
No, that's Jake.
Just JK. So okay, all right. That's probably his little chihuahua saying he's ready to go. He's ready to go. Well, Trent gets to play with all his BFFs today. Either because Dominic is one of his best friends on the team now, and so is Mohamed Salah. And so he gets to play with his BFFs. That's cute. And hopefully he can get them some good passes to get them into scoring positions and get a goal. Be nice to see. In the early days, Mane and Salah interchanged quite often during games. They did. We've seen we see that quite a bit still to this day. Is that you see sometimes players playing on different sides of the pitch that you normally would expect them to be on. That is certainly true. And is there anything else you want to point out about the game or anything like that, Brian?
Well, just that I think these points, these two games, if we win these next two games, that to me is the league wrapped up.
Okay.
So, I think this is, and I think Collymore was trying to put a bit of pressure on. And he came out today, I think he said this is the biggest week in the Premier League season. I don't always agree with him, but I agree with him on that.
Mhm.
If we win these next two games, or, God forbid it goes the other way and Arsenal win a game, it can be flipped in a matter of 5 days. So I think it's absolutely huge. To me, I think it's I just think it's a version of what we did when Diaz went off the weekend, moved Saba wide and brought in another midfielder. I think that's all we've done. So I expect us to play in a similar setup. It'll be interesting to see Dom in this position as Slot spotted something again, assuming he does. Like, I'm not assuming we're playing 4-4-2. I'm not assuming Dom plays on the left. I'll just see how we line up. But maybe Slot spotted something in him there, and also maybe gives Diaz a break for the weekend. So it's an absolutely massive week. Like I said the other day, I don't really care who plays. I just want to be able to go away to an island for a week, with no internet, and come back and found out we won both games. Bang, happy days, done.
Right.
That's really all I need right now.
Um.
Then go win the cup.
Right. The referee for today is Craig Pawson, by the way. Craig Pawson is the referee for today. To answer your question, Michael Oliver is not the referee. Diego, 5 goals and 2 assists in 15 Premier League appearances this season. I just love how they were just being so cheeky with some of the things. 14 minutes away from kickoff. Mohamed Salah has scored in 4 straight Premier League appearances with 5 goals. He has obviously the Premier League high with 23 goals this season. And what I was referencing about them being cheeky is about them talking about them bringing up even some of our own content creators have talked about it too, but they're bringing up on other channels about how Arsenal's goal scorer against Leicester is now tied or has just as many goals as some other players, as Rashford and Darwin Nunez actually in the Premier League or something along those lines. And it's interesting how they are hyping this performance up yesterday so much, but don't understand it sometimes. It is all due respect to Ant and his squad, but it is Leicester. So being that they were the 4-0 victims of Everton, scoring on Leicester is not necessarily a massive accomplishment, in my opinion, but all the same. Big up, though. Big up. That was not trying to be a slide to Ant's team at all. I was just saying that they're just not performing well defensively this year. JK, anything you'd like to say about this game before we allow for our double Reds roll call of today?
Double? So I hope we get double goals as well.
Yeah.
Just to everyone in the chat, just enjoy the game, and I'm happy to see the formation we're going with to start off the game with. If it don't work, we can change it, so no stress. Main thing today, it's all about the 3 points.
Yeah, 3-point collectors, for sure.
Yeah. And the second largest city in England.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. What's your Chihuahua's name again?
Smokey.
Smokey. Smokey believes it. Smokey believes in that. He seconded. That's what he was saying.
believes in miracles.
Yeah. Oh man.
He'd be good up front, man. You want to see him with a tennis ball? The guy's a little baller, man.
Oh, I bet he is. You got to get him a nice little. You got to get him a proper Liverpool kit, and then he'll be all in.
Yeah. New number 9
Villa,
next season.
yeah. Villa, City, and Newcastle. If we win all 3 games, it will kill Arsenal's spirit. I hope our players can handle the pressure of leading in title race. Realism Jarrett, from your lips to God's ears, as they say, or something along those lines. May that happen.
It will, though. It might not finish Arsenal off, but it will kill their spirits somewhat. If we get 9 points from 9 in the upcoming 3 fixtures. Like, I mean, they're going to be looking at us thinking, shit, we're not catching that.
Yeah. That's right.
Don't want to tempt fate,
By the
like,
way, JK, you have a new nickname, by the way. Just in case you know. Yeah, Jake. Since your dog's name's Smokey, it's
Smokey and the Bandit.
Smokey and the Bandit. There you go.
There you go.
Big up, Edward. Big up. Good to see you, my red.
Bless Edward.
Yes. Big up.
Jimmy. Red Armchair. Bless as well.
Yeah, they
Justin.
are. They are. Definitely so. Oh man. Let us see. We are about 10 minutes away, about 9 minutes away from kickoff. So, Lee, is there something that you want to share with the crew here about today's game that you didn't get an opportunity to get off your chest?
Let's make the magic happen. Let's make the magic happen tonight, guys. On the pitch, make the magic happen for us.
I bet you say that to all the ladies.
Oh no, this is strictly football. Let the magic.
Strictly football. All right, yeah, we're keeping it strictly football today, for sure. We are only, I guess, as daylight savings time. It's already happened, hasn't it?
No. I think it's in a few weeks, no?
I think it's already happened because the game is on at 2:30 Eastern time, which is 12:30 here. So it must have already happened. Or no, it hasn't happened. My fault.
No.
Got you. It's tough. I live in a state that doesn't have daylight savings time, so I don't know. I don't really. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult to recognize it. But we are 7:30 kickoff, and there is a Tracy Neville joke in there somewhere. There certainly is, but we'll keep it PG for today. We'll keep it definitely PG for today, and we have certainly a lot to look forward to this game. I'm looking forward to some debut performances. Again, what is wild and crazy is hypothetically Dom has a good game, which we all wish he does and hope that he does, and Diego has maybe a good game or something like that, but more so with Dom, with Dom. He has a great game hypothetically. He has a breakout game. Maybe he has a hat trick today. Does that mean that Dom becomes? Yeah. Does that mean that Dom becomes our new left wing? Does that Does that bring up a question? We'll see. Well, hopefully we'll have that issue or problem to have to handle. It's a problem that I would like to see us have to handle. So let's hopefully get a great result from Dom today. Let's get a great result from all the lads today. Is there anything you guys in the chat want to say or bring up before we allow for you to go and get settled in, whether it's pitch side, whether it's pub side, whether it's couch side, west side, east side,
Have you ever seen a picture of Tracy Neville's husband? Oh, mate, he looks like a haunted man. I feel sorry for the guy. Like,
I didn't know that you would. I didn't know that was the case. All right. The bench for KJ is again Kelleher on the bench, obviously at the at keeper, but Simicast, Bradley, Kwanzaa, Endo, Elliott, Diaz, Chiesa, and Nunez is the bench that we have for ourselves. I think Jimmy just put it in there for you too. This is the bench that we're looking at.
it's a great bench.
3-point collectors.
Nunez, Diaz, and Chiesa. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, if we're struggling for goals, then goals on the bench, hopefully.
Yeah, agreed. Hopefully that's not going to be the case, but agreed.
Yeah, that's how I see it. Yeah.
But again, good looking bench. Hopefully it's a bench that we can use for rotation instead of desperation. So
I thought you were going to say for barbecues.
yeah. Let's see. And no left winger. I'm not as confident. Well, I mean, on the
Diaz.
There's Diaz on the
Diaz
bench.
on the bench, KJ. I mean, you don't get much more left winger than that.
Yeah. And on top of
Maybe
that,
you didn't spot him.
Chiesa can play on the left side too. We've actually seen him play on the left side. He's saying still think we win, but not as confident in the performance. Okay.
Well, maybe he means starting without a left winger.
Starting.
Yeah,
okay.
he means
Yeah.
starting. Sorry, KJ. He means starting without a recognized left winger. To me, I could be wrong. I'm happy to be wrong. The way I look at it until it comes out, I just see it as Sabo on the left.
I'd be a bit miffed if we don't see Chiesa tonight. If we don't see a bit of Chiesa tonight, like I think it's about time, isn't it? Like,
I would hope. But you never know.
We got like half an hour or something in a big league game, so we can see what we can do in them rather than just cup games.
Yeah,
time's precious. Time is hard to come by on the pitch, Lee. If he's like, say he needs a half an hour, okay. But what if we're 1-0 down? Are you taking off Salah? You know, it all has to fall and land right for the guy.
Yeah.
I'm not for giving players minutes just because they need minutes. I mean, the game is going to dictate what we do. Like, you have a shadow front three there: Diaz, Nunez, Chiesa. That's a front three: left, center, right. So they're there to come on.
Well, we wouldn't need to use any subs, would we? We'd have the game sewn up without needing to use subs, but I think we will need to use them, won't we?
Oh man, what game was it that he played in? Anyway, I just recognized the referee. He is not a friend. But
Olsen,
I don't know, Marlborough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember his name. Yeah, he's not a good one. None of them are for us. None of them are good refs for us, mate. You can say any name you wanted, and I'd know it was a bad ref.
That's the whole thing, isn't it? Everyone's a bad ref.
Yeah. Unai Emery walking onto the pitch right now. Walking onto the sidelines, I should say. Good luck to everyone. Good luck to our team. Good luck to everyone that's going to be at the game, everyone that's going to be watching it, wherever you are in the world. We wish you a great and enjoyable experience watching it. That's right. That's right. Up the Reds. Come on, Reds. Let's batter these villains. I feel you. I feel you'll never walk alone. Revenite in the house. Big up Revenite. And we also would like to definitely wish everyone a safe and enjoyable experience with this game. I know some of us will, despite the warning, will certainly get worked up at times, whether good or bad. But let's all just focus the right energy forward and get this one. Big up, big up. So For the guys here and for myself, we wish you all the best in today's adventures. And we also will always like to say up the Reds as always. And we will see you on the reverse picture. It won't be a double. It'll be a single episode of the match reaction. And we will see you on the reverse side. So before I go, before we get, put into the kickoff, wish you the best, and we will see you on the other side of this game. Up the Reds, people, up the Reds, and definitely tune back in for that match reaction. Take care, guys, and we will see you soon.